Every year in September, we celebrate films made right here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the world at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. And this year is no different. We're doing it from September the 9th to the 15th. The only difference this year is that it's going to be a virtual celebration. And to tell us a little bit more about it, we have two people who directed two different films inside the festival this year. With us, the director of the opening night film 501 Not Out. I'm talking about Mr. Sam Locker. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. How you doing? You okay?
I'm fantastic. And we also have Trevon Jogmohan, the film director for Mightier Than the Sun. Good morning, Trevon.
Good morning.
All right. So I want to start with Sam. Sam, I want you to tell me, why did you decide to do this film on Brian Lara? 501 Not Out is about Brian Lara and his greatest achievements, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, for me, Brian is the greatest cricketer ever. And I'm a massive cricket fan myself. I grew up in the UK and during the 1990s. And for me, just watching Brian break all those world records, it was truly inspirational.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to make this film. It's a long-held dream to make this film. And yeah, I'm just so excited to be opening the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. It's incredible honor.
Nice. How difficult was it for you to get all the archival footage and to put together all the interviews and everything to make this film happen?
Sorry, I lost the start of that question.
I was asking, how difficult was it for you to get the archival footage and the interviews to put together to make this movie happen?
Yeah, it's basically 4 years in the making to make the film. And yeah, you're right. The archive is a massive part of it. And we wanted to uncover archive that had never been seen before, or rarely seen archive. So it was a case of just doing an enormous amount of research. I had a fantastic team working with me, just trying to track down some incredible stills, some incredible footage. And thankfully, everybody that we approached was really, really helpful and really, really supportive and wanted to get involved with this project. And there's some incredible archive in there from photographs that were taken by a guy called Ronald Daniel, who was teaching at Fatima College when Brian was playing cricket there. He took some amazing photographs. So I'm incredibly indebted to Ronald for letting us, include those images in the film. Right the way through to archive footage from fans that were actually there at Edgbaston in 1994. They actually went to the ground. They took a video camera with them. This footage has never been seen before. Again, this footage is in the film as well. So yeah, I can't wait for people to see it.
Would you say this story is just about cricket, or are there several other themes that you explore in the film?
I would say the film is it's really a tribute to Brian and his genius. But yeah, we do also explore, I guess, fan culture, in the sense that I'm a massive cricket fan, and it was important for me to interview fans that actually love Brian and love cricket. So in a lot of sports documentaries, the kind of fan angle is kind of overlooked. So that was one of the key things for us, and we actually managed to track down the two schoolboys that were actually part of the pitch invasion at Edgbaston in 1994. So yeah, that's a big part of it. And we also interviewed the co-founders of the Trini Posse Group.
Oh, nice.
Nigel Camacho and Nicky Board. And that was a real honor. And just coming over to Trinidad last year to make the film really was a trip of a lifetime. And I just can't wait to come back to the Caribbean, to be honest.
Did you get to meet Brian during the process of making this?
Did I get to meet Brian? Was that?
Yeah. Did you get to meet Mr. Lara?
Yeah. So Brian very kindly invited us to his 50th birthday bash at his mansion in Port of Spain, which was just unbelievable. As Brian being my hero, he's an absolute icon. So I couldned believe it, to be honest. It was an incredible week that we were over there. And yeah, I got to line with him, drank a rum and coconut and things, and the guy's an absolute legend.
Sam, I want to give you credit for not just for making this film, but also for using lime in the right context just now. So congratulations. You've been here long enough to get that right. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so that film is showing tomorrow night, I believe it is, the opening night, and then it's also showing again on the 11th of September, and it's all virtual, so guys, feel free to check it out. Let me head across to Trevon Jogmohan. Trevon.
Hello.
Tell me about Mightier Than the Sun.
My Head and the Sun was written by Anthony Blackburn, who is originally from England, lived here about 13 years. And in that time, he fell in love with Trinidad. And he also started to observe certain things. And he wrote several short films, including Eggs Benedict, which was in the Trinidad Film Festival last year.
Last year, yeah.
And not, yes, it was last year for him. And while he was in the film festival, I started working on this script, My Kid and the Son, with Peeny, Arnold Gwyndan, and Carla Nehall. And it is not the usual story in the sense that it's a drama. It's also supernatural. It's sci-fi. It's psychological. It's thrilling. It's funny. It's just weird. And I couldn't turn down the opportunity that if this was going to be my first film, I think weird is a good choice to go with.
Usually. So tell me some of the people that are involved. You said Penny is involved. Carla.
Yeah.
Anybody else that we should know about?
The director of photography, Romano Francois.
Nice.
He basically gave me a lesson in film, which I will value for the rest of my life. And he also is a workhorse.
He is.
You know, so if it wasn't, I mean, literally arm in arm going down the road, 4 days to shoot this, and then edited with Antonio Achi.
So this entire team is local, Trevor?
What's that?
The entire team that worked on the project, except the writer, of course, is local, based in Trinidad?
Of course. Every single person. Cassie Foster did sound.
Nice.
Rena Christian was the production assistant. Renee King did makeup and production assistants. I mean, everybody chipped in. If I tell you where we shot this and the trek we had to make and getting covered in mud and almost setting the set on fire because the director chose to light his set with a flambeau.
Trevor, if you had to compare this making a movie experience with your previous experience of, working with theater, how different is it?
Well, as you mentioned, my entire background is theater.
Right.
And working in film the medium is a forgiving and yet difficult one because the camera sees everything. And then you're always searching for the angles as opposed to the stage where it's just either proscenium or in the round or horseshoe, and you just, you know what you're working with. The audience knows what they're getting. And being the first-time director on a film, having to basically become audience member number one and double-checking on the scenes, making sure the camera is where it's supposed to be pointing so the audience sees exactly what you intend for them to see. And it was all shot in one room.
Right.
And it, in the middle of the night, we started shooting as the sun went down, 6 o'clock, and stopped shooting 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nice. All in a good day's work, man. But I want to thank both of you guys for joining me this morning, both Sam and Trevor. And congratulations on the films, guys. And I look forward to seeing the both of them. I encourage you guys at home or watching wherever you are in the world to head across to ttfilmfestival.com, and you can check out all the films. You can buy the package that works for you and sort it out accordingly. So again, congratulations and thank you to both Trevor Njogmohan, the film director of Mightier Than the Sun, as well as Sam Locker, who is the director of the 501 Not Out, which is also the film that's happening for opening night. So Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival is coming up from the 9th of September to the 15th of September. Let's take a quick break and come back with some more on the Now Morning Show. Good morning to you.